everybody, it's Mike Young, 54 years young, with a super uplifting video about cancer. I never thought I'd be making this, but I was able to watch a video recently that I'm gonna let you know more about, that you can watch on your own if you want. And I want to kind of bring that information that I learned in the last couple of days on that video, actually the last 2 days, into what we have been working on as an organization through our aPlantBasedDiet.org nonprofit, and of course the healthy vegan food standard that we have, and how this all correlates to preventing, halting, and reversing cancer. Because we're always talking about non-communicable diseases. Okay. Now, first of all, I'm not giving medical advice. Go see your doctor. Go see a board-certified lifestyle medicine physician, ideally. If you want to learn more about this whole concept, join us on our annual health optimization cruise at healthoptimizationcruise.org. Okay. I'm going to read off my notes so I don't forget anything. The video that I saw that talks about reversing cancer, even metastasized cancers. If you know what that is, that means it started in one area and spread all over your body because it got out of control. Okay, there's hope for this. There is hope in 2024. All right, this is what I would call an anti-cancer protocol checklist from Dr. Peter Rogers. And Dr. Rogers, thank you so much for this information. And if you would ever like to do a video with us here, please reach out to us. You can reach me at aPlantBasedDiet.org at gmail.com. This is Mike Young. Anyway, Dr. Peter Rogers, he says this works on even metastasized cancer. So let's get right into the list. And of course, you'll find anyone who's a follower of us, you'll recognize that so much of this is stuff that we've been talking about for years. It's kind of like a summary with maybe one or two new items that I wasn't quite aware of that I have learned, and actually I'm now considering and thinking about, that I think that all folks should be concerned about. And that's a little bit further down the list, but let's get right into the list so that this video isn't too long and is short and to the point. Okay. First off, 100% healthy vegan food. Learn more at healthyveganfood.info. Healthyveganfood.info. You got to eat 100% healthy vegan food. It follows right along with our standard. He didn't say that in this video, but I'm telling you, that's the quick and dirty. Eat 100% healthy vegan food. Now, there's a lot of specifics to this and a lot of fine tuning and nuances that you can do. So let's get to the next things. All right, second thing, low fat diet. Of course, we say over here that you have no oil, which is the worst thing. Oil is 100% calories and fat. Low fat meaning, and I'm putting this in myself, 20% calories from fat maximum. Really, 10 to 20% is the ideal range. 10% is super ideal, but you can't really maintain that necessarily. It's always in a range. So 10 to 20. Once you get a little bit below 10, start to be concerned. But as long as you're eating whole plants, you'll never get down too much below 10%, really. Okay. Never exceed that 20% calories and fat. That's the takeaway. All right. Low sodium. So never add sodium ever. And of course, I did an analysis of Dr. Gooby's video, the spine surgeon, that said number 2 on his list, besides plant-based diet as number 1, was number 2, low sodium diet. It's crazy. This is, they're saying the same thing for cancer. Okay. And kind of as we've alluded to, when you give your body the right condition, it heals itself and it heals everything. It's amazing. Just learn what you need to do. I wish folks had taught you this when you were tiny little baby, so that you wouldn't have to relearn all this stuff. Yeah, I know it's hard, but just go do it. Okay. The benefits are enormous. The benefits are outrageous. The benefits are beyond anything you might ever think possible. All right. Next one, fully organic. And I'm going to add in there, ideally grown chemical-free plants. Okay. That's important. Very important. Next one, no added oil. That's one of the 6 pillars of healthy vegan food, is no added oil. No refined sugar. One of the 6 pillars of healthy vegan food, no refined sugar. No alcohol. No alcohol. None. One of the 6 pillars of healthy vegan food. Of course, it's a group 1 carcinogen, cancer causer in humans, highest level. We know that. No caffeine. I've made a bunch of videos saying how caffeine's not the greatest. I don't have much caffeine myself, but you really shouldn't have any. Caffeine may, if you need to remove caffeine to reverse cancer, you may need to, or potentially reverse cancer, you may need to not have caffeine to avoid developing cancer. Okay, as I've told a lot of people recently, the world isn't ready to hear that they can't have their coffee anymore. Caffeine is available everywhere, probably more places than alcohol. It's the only thing that's available more than alcohol is caffeine. All right, but you shouldn't have any. All right, there's many reasons for that. I've done a few videos on that. It actually creates stress in the body. It raises your cholesterol level. It does a bunch of other weird things that you may not have known about. Okay. Eat as much raw food as possible. Another good one. Okay. And if you do cook your food, lightly cook it, as I've said in my Live to 150 book. Learn more there at liveto150.org. Totally free. Listen to it like a podcast or an audiobook. But if you cook it, I'm throwing this in there below 350 degrees because at 350 degrees, you form acrylamide, which is a known carcinogen. Okay. So mostly raw, below 350. Eat as much fruit as possible. Another one I'm throwing in there because I'm kind of interpolating what he's saying with the knowledge that we have. Eat as much fruit as possible. The average person doesn't eat enough fruit. He never said anything wrong about any fruits in his long video that he made about this, which I will link down below so you can watch it yourself. All right, no processed food at all, ever. He says processed food contains preservatives and MSG, which he singled out as a problematic thing for cancer. No soda pop or soft drinks, ever. No soy. Now, this is the one that I was like, whoa, no soy. I mean, I guess it is really good for a meat substitute. It's not that processed or anything like that, um, like tofu, but no, it has high estrogen levels. It causes all kinds of things. It may even create infertility problems. Soy. Have you ever thought about that? I didn't. And I'm thinking about it now, but I'm just throwing it out there for cancer, for reversing cancer, no soy, potentially reversing cancer. We're not saying any of this is going to work. We're saying do it. Why isn't this part of the medical protocol? If this Dr. Peter Rogers is saying he has all this knowledge, why isn't it? Well, because there's no money in it. That's the reality. Okay. And it probably works. That's the other thing. Oh my gosh. No iron supplements. Apparently, too much iron will cause problems with getting rid of cancer. Drink pure water only. I've been talking about this a lot recently. I'm saying flowing spring water is best. He's saying well water. If it's good quality well water anyway, because he's saying never drink tap water, which we both agree on. But I say flowing spring water is probably best, and that's what I have. All right, exercise a lot and sweat. That helps to cleanse the body, clean the body, rebalance the body, heal the body. Sweat, exercise, get outside in the sun. But of course, I've talked about this in my Live to 150 book. A lot of chapters on the sun, 3 or 4 chapters. Don't have too much sun. It has to be balanced sun. Balance is everything. Okay, you don't want to get burned to a crisp. But get outside in the sun, filtered sun ideally, continual filtered sun during the day. Don't be too high in the latitudes or during wintertime or longitude or whatever it is. Whatever it is. Latitudes. Don't be too far away from the sun in the cold months. How about that? This applies to everybody on Earth. Another thing is help other people every day. Help people. You feel better when you help people. That helps to reverse cancer potentially. And the last one, have a purpose in life. Life purpose. I talk about this in my book, Live to 150. Check it out at liveto150.org. Your life purpose, how to find it, why it's important. Yeah, all this is important. All this creates harmony, creates balance. It kind of chokes out illness. Yes, everyone always has cancer in their body. They always have cancer cells. It's just that the body usually is in balance and it works properly. It's when you don't do these things that are in this list here that you have a problem. And actually, believe it or not, I did a 1-minute compilation where I did this in 1 minute or less in a short video. You can look for that in the channel and share that if you don't want to do this long-winded version. But it's all the same, and I give explanation here. And as I said, I'm going to link his video, Dr. Peter Rogers' video down below. Let me know your experience if you've had cancer, if you've reversed cancer, if you were just diagnosed, which I mean, it happens all the time. If you're just diagnosed and you're watching this, please follow this protocol and let us know what happens down in the comments. Share this with anyone you know that has cancer, that is suspected to have cancer, that has cancer in remission. Even if it's in remission, it may be because a few good things happen, but if you don't rebalance, it's going to come back. We don't want to see that. All right. Well, anyway, like I said, this is a very hopeful video. I'm glad you guys are watching. Please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.